welcome to Richmond Park, and welcome Ian Gilzean and Jeff Clarke, two legends from 20 years ago.
Yeah, not about that. Quite a long time, mate.
It's been a long time.
Isn't it just? Isn't it just? I mean, look, like there's any time Pats fans get together to talk about great teams, the two in a row. I know you were the second one, but I mean it's Jeff Clarke is called the winner against Bray, so it always have a place in Pat's history. Going back a little bit, Ian, you were here first. How did you arrive at St. Pat's?
I had a couple of years in Sligo before I came here, and even when I was at Sligo, Pat was tapping me up to come here. And
Can you edit that out, please?
he was.
Yeah.
It's because again, he was at Arsenal when I was at Tottenham as a kid, so he probably remembered me from then. I had a little spell at Drogheda which didn't work out, and in one of the games we played Pats, and I think I give the centre halves a couple of clouts and a few whacks and put myself about a little bit, and got that sort of contract ended, and then Pat came in and I had 2 great years here.
Yeah, you're well remembered actually for giving centre halves they call it a torrid time now.
Well,
that was the game.
Yeah, I mean, this was a physical league back in the day. I used to get whacked, and if you don't whack them back, then you've got problems. But I was quite lucky. I come into a great set of players, a great set of boys, and that makes it easy. They accepted me straight away, and we started winning games, and it just snowballs from there. And one game goes into the next one. At the end of the season, you come away with a little medal at the end, so that was great.
I suppose you actually looking back on that team, the likes of, you say, characters like tough guys, like Eddie was tough, and like Mick Moody was there.
Mick Moody was hard as nails, Mick, wasn't he? But he had experience. Ozo was there. Yeah. He'd been around the block. Keith Long he'd won the league with Dundalk the year before. So yeah, you had boys there that won things. And a couple of boys had come in, and 3 Malaysian marvels.
That's right.
That's
right.
The 3 young boys came in. Billy Boy was he's unplayable.
Yeah.
Martin Riley, you can't catch him or Leon when they get going, and it was just a great team to play in.
That to be yourself and Billy Boy, the partnership up front. It's again, it's synonymous. You can't mention one without the other. That's what it looked like for us.
You're just lucky. You come to clubs and you just hit it off the players. And Billy's he's an infectious little character. Yeah. I've not got a bad word against him. He made my job pretty easy because he used to have to do all the running. Yeah. And that's a hard bit.
Jeff, our Canadian international. I think you've played in an international game shortly before you arrived here.
Yeah, I was in Malaysia with the guys as well, with Canada, and we almost played them, so we were getting scouted, and Noel Riley.
Oh no,
yeah,
God rest him.
God rest him. Right. Yeah, so I was in Belgium at Antwerp, and my agent got in touch with someone here, and the agent here knew Noel, and he gave me a good reference, and it was an opportunity. I spoke with Pat Dolan, and he described what was, came to fruition. He described a really good culture, a lot of young guys trying to prove themselves, a great club with great supporters, and I took the chance. I just wanted something different. It was English speaking. I was in a French town in Belgium, so it just worked out for me.
In 97, 98, just having a look at the run in, we lost to Bowls, then we went away to Finn Harps, which is a horrible place to go. Even now.
Yeah, I think they were struggling down near the bottom at that time as well.
Yeah, but you never got out of there
never
easy.
It weren't a great pitch. We used to try and we could sort of do anything. We could knock it about a bit, and we could go route one-ish as well. So I think that night, we went more direct, and I think Tommy Morgan, might have scored a goal there.
Very good.
Yeah, I remember he's coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember he did score, and again, you win a game, and that's it. Another one ticked off. Who's next?
Yeah. And do you remember who scored the other one?
No.
Leon.
Oh,
Was it?
Leon. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It probably wasn't the pitch for him. That
I don't know, when you got Leon's pace, you can run at
Yeah.
anything.
No, I
You
know.
can't keep up with him on anything.
Then we beat Rovers to set up a game against Dundalk, which we went behind in, but we got it back to 3-1. Ozo scored.
I remember that game. I think the nearer you get to the finish line, the more the nerves come in a little bit, because you can just about touch it, but you can't touch it. And I remember we went 1-0 down, and it's like it just wasn't going well. And then I remember I scored at the other end at some point, I think to put us ahead or put us level, and that just settled us down. And after that, we sort of controlled the game quite well.
Yeah, you put us ahead.
Did we put it ahead? Right.
Then
Okay.
Eddie
It
scored.
was a header. It was a header at the far end. I know that. I can remember that one. And I think we controlled the game pretty well after that.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's another one ticked off. Who's next?
Exactly. And after that, it was Kilkenny.
Yeah. But again, we were. It was out of our hands. It wasn't our league to win. Yeah. It was Shelbourne's to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if they would have won, we weren't going to win 7 or 8-0, which
Yeah.
what we needed to do.
Yeah.
So we just had to make sure that we won our game. And I remember down there, we had a good support down that night, and the place erupted with a few minutes to go. And you knew that Dundalk had scored again, or the game was over. I remember we had a free kick on the edge of the box, and Eddie turned to the referee and said, "If I smash this as hard as I can, are you going to add on any time?" I think he sort of looked at it as if he was joking, and he smashed this miles, nowhere near the goal, just to waste that last few minutes. And I think by the time they got it back, they kicked off, the final whistle went, and we'd got over the line.
What a mayhem. I remember the RTE cameras were up in where at the...
Along with the cup.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, was it League of Wales versus somebody?
I think Patrick was telling me it was like a league thing that they played for like a month before.
Yeah.
But the helicopter obviously got grounded that day.
And there was that, I remember the crowd at that. There was a stag on. Pat's fan had a stag down there. So. I think they probably drank Kilkenny dry that night. But I'd say the celebrations for that were something else.
They were immense. Yeah. You know, I remember we ended up in a hotel in Kilkenny for a good while after the game. There's lots of fans in there as well.
Yeah.
It was great, and then we ended up back here. I think we horse and jockey till soppy o'clock. And then we managed to make it home. And I remember I was living in a house with Hawks at the time, and we'd bought a bottle of champagne in the week. Just said, right, we'll have that Saturday morning to either celebrate or drown our sorrows. So I think we woke up, we drank the bottle, and we went out into town and met the boys again, and we went all over again. But again, I think it went on again for I think it was at least another couple of days after that as well that we kicked the backside right out of it.
Yeah, I think the band celebrated. I think that might be the only time I was ever in the horse and jockey. Was actually that night. I do remember lots of people standing on tables and standing on chairs.
I think someone was on strike that weekend. I think there was a strike that weekend.
Yeah.
So something was going on, but I know we got back and we were in there till.
Yeah, it might have been a bus or a taxi strike or something like that. Now that you
it was
mentioned.
something like that. I do remember something like that. But yeah, a great weekend.
Yeah.
You know, after all the hard work you're putting over the months of the season, it's great to get there.
Yeah, but it was a hard working team, like you say. It was like from what I remember of it, full of characters, and you just knew that if you needed someone to bail you out, they'd be there. It was that sort of team, all right. But it's like I say, that sort of league too as well. You know, you play that to really put the hard work in.
I say we had boys that could pass, we had boys that could dig, we had boys that could do everything. You know, the boys at the back did their jobs, midfielders did theirs, and the forwards did theirs, and the goalie, to have a word to Tiger, was phenomenal. You know, it's many a game he saved us in that league campaign, and the following one.
Yeah, but that 97, 98, actually that would have led to Celtic.
Yeah.
Speaking of Trevor Wood, that might be again, as when fans talk about like individual performances. His performance that night in Celtic Park was one of maybe the best opening performances I've ever seen from anyone anywhere actually.
It's definitely up there. Played it up big scale. We were just a little part-time team in Ireland. We just do it rather, but behind the scenes is we can do this. There's no reason why we can't. And on that night we had the luck with us because you need a little bit of luck.
You do.
And we had it. And unfortunately, we just didn't nick a goal towards the end. Because we had Martin went right through and he just dragged it a little bit. But what a win that would have been. But we walked away from there with a head held high.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
it was just a shame we never played the second leg here.
Yeah.
Because I would have fancied it more here because the pitch is tight. We would have got in amongst them a little bit. But we went to Tulka probably because of UEFA rules made us go there, and because we get more money as well. So you have to do what you've got to do and what's right for the club. But it would have been good to have him here. I definitely know that.
Yeah, no, I agree. The second leg is probably not our fondest memory as Pats fans anyway.
I think we had a pre-season friendly on the Saturday against somebody here as well. We played them on the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I think we had a game here on the Saturday. It might have been Norwich or somebody like that.
Bolton, maybe?
Was it?
Yeah.
It was somebody.
Yeah.
And that's another tough game to play.
Yeah, not the ideal preparation.
I didn't play it. Well, I played 2 games in a week.
But it just shows. I mean, again, that day, like we went toe to toe with a team like Celtic, and did not look out of place. It was, the atmosphere that night over there is like from where we were. The myth, I think, the legend goes. Were you there, Donald? That night, Celtic Park.
I was at the park and made that one.
Yeah, and I think fans outsang all of Celtic Park is the legend.
I actually watched that game.
Did you?
About when I knew I was coming back for this.
Yeah.
I had a little look. I've never watched it since playing in it.
Yeah.
And you go on and it's like, wow, we weren't that bad. We could actually get it down and play it and try and play out from the back. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of possession at times, but they didn't threaten us a lot. And when they did, boy, the goal come up trumps. And that's what you need. It was great. It was absolutely phenomenal again to do that. Again, I think it put the league on the map as well.
Yes.
But we could go places and do better. Although the following year didn't work out that well, but there you go.
Yes.
It's a big swing from Clarke or Moldovan champions and getting your absolute backsides felt.
Yeah.
And you get the run around. Chasing shadows.
I mean, that's I think it's one of the proudest moments I think that we have. I probably as a club as well. But when the game finished, you came back out to us. We all went in, the game finished, we went into the dressing room, and you came back out to us. And I don't think there was a dry eye amongst the Pats fans when this time came back and came over to us. I mean, it was incredible. It was an incredible night. So that's kind of bits that you guys wouldn't have seen from our point of view. But it was amazing that this came back out to us. It really was.
See, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Things I remember. A lot of it, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, see, that's probably the one thing of that night that I remember. When you guys came back out, so it was great. So,
good.
So thank you for that. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible.
I'm getting goosebumps now, even.
Huh?
I'm getting goosebumps. Seriously.
I know. It was amazing.
I remember Pat Dolan came right to the. We were kind of up high.
Yeah.
And Pat Dolan came right to the edge, and he gave us the Commander Super Saints.
Yeah.
He said it was 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, and we're all just emotional wrecks. They really were. From the match, and then just from the joy and everything
That's right.
It was amazing.
I mean, Ian, number 41, synonymous with yourself at Pats. How did that come about? Some special deep meaning for that?
See, back in the day, you never picked numbers. Players now, I want this number, I want that number. Just got given a shirt. I'll turn up. I think I signed on the Wednesday or the Thursday, and we were playing Sligo away on the Saturday. And I just signed. I probably thought I'd be on the bench, just coming in the next thing. Pat reveals the team, and I'm playing. Then you get the shirt and it's like 41. And I never asked. You know, it's not something. I was probably just happy to have a shirt and be playing and in the team. You know, but I have not got a clue why we had a 41.
Okay.
It was probably along the lines of, look how big our squad is, we have 41 players.
You wouldn't know it, Pat. It could be
something like that. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I have not got a clue.
Okay.
So again, it's a number I quite like now, so I'll stick with it.
That's that myth dispelled. And how did that game go for you, Ian?
Yeah, it was a good game. As debuts go, they don't get a lot better, do they? You go up to a team that you've spent a couple of years with, and they sort of didn't offer me a new contract. So it was a bit of bluff going on between the two of us. Was I going to stay? Were they going to offer me a contract? Was I going to go? End of the day, they let me go, so that was fine. But to go back up there and score a hat-trick on your debut up there, so don't get much better than that, but it did, because that season we won the league, and the next one we did as well. So it was just the start of a couple of great seasons.
I think moving the difference between the seasons. So the first league win was under Pat Dolan. The following season was under Liam Buckley, and I mean. Liam Buckley's style of play, it's very fresh in the memories of everyone in St. Pat's now because he came back. But was there much of a difference for you guys coming in the next season and a completely new manager? Because I know Liam had been there anyway with Pat. But when you turned up for training the following season, did you notice much of a difference?
I'll go first. From my standpoint, Pat created a very competitive culture. He wanted you to fight every day, every session. Liam came in and it was more technical and almost predictable, but it provided a different challenge and a different preparation style. And I just know the first year it was a battle every session, from the small-sided games to the little challenges in warm-up. Like, everyone wanted to win, and I think Liam came in and just polished some of that up and brought some more tactics to our style of play and just evolved the overall arsenal of our play.
Yeah, that's one thing we noticed about him as well. He had a definite style of play. We knew what it was going to be. Stopping it was another thing altogether. Okay. Did you? I mean, you would have been. I'm not going to say not a Liam Buckley style player, but I look it's a lot more technical. But rather than getting on the long balls, was getting the ball down wide and actually getting on the end of crosses rather than.
We changed. We changed from a back four to a back three. You know, so we played totally different. You know, but at the end of the day, you don't get the ball forward, you don't get balls in the box, you don't score goals, you ain't going to win games. So at the end of the day, you still have to get it forward fairly quickly, because if you're passing, you see a lot of games now where teams want to pass the ball and they don't go anywhere. They've got 11 men behind the ball and they're hard to break down. So you get it forward a bit quicker, you get good balls into the box, you get players in the box, you've got a good chance. And I think that was still the ethos. You know, yeah, we could play and we could knock it about and we had a different way of playing, but the aim was still to go and win that game. You know? And so yeah, they were different but very similar for me.
Stephen Kenny was at the club the time you guys were there. He was under 21s manager. Any play under him, like you come back from injuries or
I would have. Not Gilly.
I
played in the reserves.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Stephen was involved in the
selected.
reserves with Cyril Walsh, and so I played under him for a few matches. He used to come around training the odd time, and then got to know him off the field as well. And yeah, just really good man. Nice to see his career go from strength to strength, and it's nice to hear that he's come back. Yeah. It's kind of serendipitous that we're here and we get to see his first match.
Yeah, it is. There is something about it, or it just seems like everything is just aligning properly at the moment. I hope he plays wrong and get to say hi.
I think he's done great, because he came and he learnt here, and then he went to Longford, who was probably the worst team in the leagues at that point, and he took them up. and he improved then. He improves players, and he sort of, since he went to Longford, he's always got the best out of teams. Only little Dunfermline when he came to Scotland didn't go great for him. But then he came back here and he went into, I think it was Derry or was it, I can't really remember who it was. But he's won so many league titles. You know, to have the international experience that he has, to come in now, it's a great side of the place. You know, and I think this club means a lot to him as well. So it should be a bright future.
Yeah. That actually those back-to-back wins with Longford. Incredible leagues. Even though one of them we don't like very much. But anyway, 98, 99, the Jeff Clarke season. There was a rivalry with Cork, and pretty much the difference between us winning the league was the three results we had against Cork. Beat them in October. Billy Boy scored a couple. You probably had a hand in it. I'd say. Then we beat them 2-1 here. Leon. It was actually Leon's first game of the season. Came on, scored, and Stephen McGuinness with the winner.
Yeah, I know that wasn't it.
Yeah, and then
down there.
Yeah, down there again.
That's
that was Sunday. I think that was the one where we all thought, okay, this could be on. This could be on here. But going into that season, I take it was right. You knew that everything was going to be coming for you. What was it that season that they brought in the Malaysia boys? Or was it season 4? Okay, so they bedded in for a year, and we did that year they kind of blend of youth and experience, and they'd had a year under their belts in what you're saying, like I said, a tough league. Yeah. So we go into that, and again the run in, Sligo were decent. Trevor Malloy, Martin Riley, we beat them 4-0. Then there was the Ozer one against Cork. Then we went away to Rovers. I think they were coming towards the end of their time in Celtic, and we had to win that to keep it going. Had we not won that, Cork had an opportunity to win the league the next day, and Colin Hawkins scored. So then we came to hear the last game of the season. And how much detail do you remember of the goal? And of course, should you have been up there in the first place?
Well, you know what's funny is you felt the pressure. Like as professionals, you get conditioned to the noise and the underlying pressure that you're there to win games. But I think for the special part of that team was we really connected with the community and just how great people were to us in town, and then when you saw some of them in the stands and the look of fear on their face, like I know I felt it personally. I know talking to Gilly and other guys, everyone really just had to do what they could, and I remember a lot of that play. I remember it was Eddie, because Eddie I was on the left side, so Eddie being a lefty or strong on his left, he kept coming, so I just kept telling him, go more central, because we're in the last 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I said, I'm going to just keep going down the channel between the center backs, and I said, if we lose, we lose. So I remember the wind, I remember I took a throw-in down there, and I remember a couple fans holding their radio going, we have to win, they're winning. And as I'm picking the ball up, so you're trying to stay focused on the match, but all I could think was, we just have to score. And so when I saw the throw-in come, I just took a chance, and as Gilly was saying, you need luck to win, and McGuinness put in a cross that he probably never had before and never did after, with all due respect. And I remember everything about that. And the best part about that was the full-time players. So we trained in the mornings. It was the Wednesday or the Thursday. We stayed back, and we all made a pact. So Gilly, Malloy, Morgan, Hawkins, myself, and we said if any of us score, we're gonna do the Tiger Woods goal celebration. So we were practicing it, a couple times, and it was so amateur and hokey, right? You can tell we didn't put enough in. So I remember when it went in, it hit the shed. Like that's when we used to do finishing. You know, you knew you hit a ball well when it just banged off the shed, and it made that sound. So yeah, just running over to the corner and celebrating with the guys and the fans too. Just the energy over there was something I had never had recreated from then, so it was a real special time. But everything was so vivid in my memory, and I'm not on social media or anything, so I haven't seen it much. I came here 2 years ago, and one of the media guys showed me on his phone. That was the only image I had of it, because I had left town pretty soon after that. So it was very it left a big mark on my life and my career, and it inspired me and taught me a lot.
Excellent. Well, it left a huge mark on this club. Right. It is still talked about that day, that goal. It's like the Jeff Clarke end. On the Jeff Clarke goal. You know, don't ever underestimate how important it was. How important it was. You're saying you left shortly afterwards. Where did you end up?
Well, I had international duty
a
few days later, so and then as Gilly was touching on, like the 2 or 3 days after that win, like was just a blur, and I had to get on a flight back to North America there. So I went back. I didn't re-sign here, and then I went back and I was mulling over a couple offers, and then I picked up a bad injury. I tore an ab muscle, so all the offers left the table, and then I just I played in America for a couple teams there, and then I signed back in Vancouver with the Whitecaps in 2002, and then I played there till 2009 and retired in 2009.
Okay. So 10 years after.
Yeah.
10 years more.
I think football played in Vancouver as well. Football played in Vancouver, I think he was out there.
Yeah.
That's right. Eileen, you left early the next season, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was about October. Went to Glentoran, which was great. Went up there and we won the cup, won the FA Cup up there. So that was another great day.
Yeah.
Then I moved about a little bit after that. Ended up back in Scotland, and I think when Jeff just signed in 2002, I was retiring. Just snapped my patella tendon, and that was I knew I wasn't going to come back after that. So I was happy. I've had a good run.
Yeah.
I've had my time, and as you get a bit older, younger boys are coming in. It's time for them to take over.
So, being back here today,
brilliant.
How's it feel?
It's great. It's great seeing some of the boys. I met Packy earlier on. Stephen McGuinness picked me up from the airport. Seeing Jeff walking along here. And we're going to see the other boys now, and it's going to be last a minute, and it's going to be fun. Hopefully the boys can get a result tonight, and that'd be great for the club. Because it's not about us just getting back together. The more important thing is the team's got a game of football to perform and go and play and try and get 3 points on the board.
I don't know. I think it's important, especially with the new manager coming in, that he sees that we celebrate our history and our heritage. Because we're just custodians of the club at the moment. We just move on. We've got to. Like the memories you guys left us, people who had the club then took care of them, and
we're the lucky ones who get to play. Everybody wants to play. All the fans want to play. We were very lucky. We got to play, and when you win things, it makes it even better.
Yeah, even just actually looking when you walked in here today, like you just comfortable.
Yeah, your eyes light up.
Felt like home. Yeah.
It's like putting on a comfy pair of slippers.
Yeah.
It is, because you know what it's about. And that's a good feeling to have wherever you go.
And you also feel it's a proud club. You're a proud member of the history. So just to be a pioneer in the history, like it's something you'll never forget. And as Gilly says, like we had great fortune to be able to play, and we left our heart and soul out there for the club, for the history, and hopefully these players take the club to a greater height and And that's what it's about. That's the evolution of a successful football club.
I don't think I can say it any better than that, really. That's thank you.
All right.
It's great to see us. It's
Yeah,
great
thanks
to see
for having
us.
us. That was
Thanks
great.
for coming.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
No,
Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Good stuff.
Well done, fella.